Greetings, class, and greetings, professor. My name is Mathew Aquino, and this is my introductory video. I live in Pasadena, Maryland, at the very end of Route 100, where it turns into Mountain Road. I work at the Revere Beach branch of Anne Arundel County Library System. I have actually been working for the Anne Arundel County Public Library since 2004. I have been in the information field, sort of the information side of things, since 2006. And this past August, I guess it's August. Well, anyway, this was actually my 13th year for the library as a whole, starting as a circulation assistant. So I call it my lucky 13th. I am very lucky in what I do because the Anne Arundel County Public Library System is a system of generalists. You know, we have specialties, but we don't have specialists. So, for instance, some of my areas that I govern are young adult, so I do a lot of young adult programming. I do early literacy story times, but I also get to do several hours of reference work a day. I supervise volunteers. So I get to do a lot of different things in one day, and I get to work with all different age groups and different levels of programming. So I do young adult programming, but if I wanted to, I could absolutely do an adult program. So I feel that gives me a wide variety of experiences every day, and I really appreciate that, both personally, because I think it keeps it from being boring. I mean, it is not boring, absolutely not. But also I think it makes me better at what I do. I want to be a librarian. So I've been pursuing my degree because I want to, well, first of all, I want to be able to call myself a librarian. I really value that title. But I also want to do what I do better and help people even more. And I also have to think about flexibility. You know, there's systems across the country where you need a degree in order to be hired, and there may only be one full-time staffer and a whole bunch of volunteers. So if I ever want to travel or go to another state, I sort of want to have maximum flexibility. But in the end, it all comes down to the main reasons are I really want that title, and I think the classwork is helping me do my job better. I had a really hard time with number 4 because there have been so many books and movies and poems that have affected me for a long time, you know, ever since I was reading. But in the end, what I came down to was, what is something sort of so important that you've written it down or typed it out, or basically, you know, have printed it out and put it in my wallet. So I came up with two things, and they're both sort of equally important to me. I feel they kind of form my philosophy. The one is very common. It's actually a passage that I think frequently gets read at weddings. It's from The Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Williams Bianco. And it's from the moment I read it as a child, it really totally stuck with me. And I think it's very wise, and it goes beyond what a lot of people just take it for. But real isn't how you are made, said the Skin Horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you, then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the Skin Horse, for he was always truthful. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the Skin Horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off, and your eyes drop out, and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But those things don't matter at all. Because once you are real, you can't be ugly. Except to people who don't understand. I'm sorry, I always get weepy at that. But yes, that piece of writing has stood with me for many, many years. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I look forward to working with you all and having a great semester. This is Mathew Aquino signing off.